Greetings and salutations everyone, my name is Wiggy, and today it's time to find out whether or not you're a human or vampire with this interesting game called Man or Vampire. But before I go ahead and talk about this game in further depth, let it be known that this is a sponsored video, and if you would like to at any point try out this game for yourself and see whether or not it interests you, you can by following the links in the description. Doing so will allow you to download and play the game from your phone. But with all of that being said and done, let us get to the video, shall we? Man or Vampire is, in my experience, a rather unique game. It does have some gorgeous cel-shaded graphics, I will point out, and it does have a hero collection system, with an interesting twist on the strategic combat system a lot of mobile games have. But it doesn't feel sluggish and boring. It is actually quite fast-paced, and lastly, did I point out it has gorgeous graphics? I mean, this is just beautiful. But allow me to dive a little deeper into your soul. I mean, into the game, of course, and explain in greater depth. Man or Vampire, whilst being a mobile game, seems to be one of those exceptions, with it actually being quite good, and I personally spent way too much time kicking over every single item I could find. Be it a jar, a cactus, gravestones, building debris, campfires, red and blue altars of magic, sticks, eggs. Basically, if it was on the ground, it was fair game to kick, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. Now, you might be asking me, why, Wiggy, did you kick everything you saw? Well, I would be lying if I said it was for no reason. In fact, you can get some gold by destroying these items, and, well, I like to destroy things. That's also another reason, but, I don't talk about that one. This must be what it's like to be Link. Anyway, despite the destruction I may or may not have caused by all of the items lying on the ground, Man or Vampire is a rather funny game from the very beginning. I mean, it rejected the name I chose because it wasn't hip enough. They didn't like it. Which, by the way, is my name not cool? Is it not awesome? Do you guys agree? Please let me know. Long story short, guys, this game had me giggling whilst playing, and I haven't had that in a long time. Most games take themselves way too seriously. Moving past this and onto the aspect of the game that I refer to as the hero collector section. Now, you gain allies by hiring them. To do so, you will need to use an item to search them out, which is somewhat like a gacha system. You randomly pull a character out by using this item. After the RNG system goes and picks a character that you can hire, you can negotiate prices with that specific character to lower the cost of hiring them. To do this, you will need to use an already owned character who has high intellect and begin a negotiation. If the character you selected has high enough intellect and negotiates successful, you will lower the price of hiring this specific character. However, if you fail, you have a chance to raise the price. So think carefully. After hiring these characters, they can level up on the field of combat like any normal game. Leveling up not only gives you stat points, which you can freely place into your character's statistics at any time. However, here's the catch. Your main character cannot level up this way, or at least can't at the beginning, as it is a vampire. Hashtag spoilers. Vampires can't actually level up from normal combat. They actually level from turning other players to their dark will, making your other characters vampires. And again, this does stop your character from leveling up. So any character that's a vampire can no longer level. The good news is, if you do decide to turn one of your characters into a vampire to level up your main character, they will get a random number of level ups before they get locked. So that's always good. Besides enjoying and turning all of your friends into demons of the night, you can go on adventures, which will be the main way you level up and gain equipment. You progress through these randomly generated levels, killing everything in your path if you decide to, of course, because you can avoid them. Monsters won't directly try to attack you unless your torch goes out, which I will talk to you about in a minute. Anyway, to enter combat, you simply click on a target and boom, you enter a grid by grid strategic combat system, something akin to the Fire Emblem series, or considering the tiles have effects in this game, something similar to Dofus. Each character has attacking tiles, healing tiles, combo tiles, special ability tiles, and lastly, there's blank tiles if you're looking to maximize how far your character can move on that specific turn. This can make for some interesting battles depending on the positions of your characters, and it is so enjoyable to watch and play out. I personally had so much fun participating in this combat system, even though I'm not a huge fan fan of strategic combat systems, even though I love the Fire Emblem series. Now, something else that I would like to point out is that whilst traveling through the areas, you might encounter an inn. Here you can purchase potions, oils, and even new allies to add into your arsenal. Also, if you so felt like it, you could destroy the hapless boxes that were in the area to see if you can get some extra cha-ching. Either way, I wasn't expecting to see a rest area in this kind of game, so it was a very nice. Now, something you may or may not have noticed is that I have a torch. Yes, I know, very interesting. However, this isn't just for aesthetic appeal, as you lose your torch light as you continue to battle. Losing the light of your torch makes the battle significantly more difficult, which is a fun part of the game. But if it ever becomes too hard, you can visit campfires that you randomly find across your journey, or you can buy some oil from the inn that you may or may not have encountered whilst traveling. It's a nice little feature to the game, plus it does look rather creepy when the torch goes out, especially when the monsters get more difficult. It's just amazing. So guys, besides all of what I've mentioned thus far, you can also participate in PvP from the arena. You can also visit the Dark Realm once you're high enough level, which is significantly harder than an actual adventure mode. Then there's the Academy. There are so many different things to participate in, and like I said, you can unlock all of these things at a later date once you're higher level, and if it's anything like the adventure mode that I've played thus far, it'll probably be a lot of fun. So then the question is, what do you guys think of Man or Vampire? I personally enjoyed my time playing through this game. With that being said, if you did like the look of Man or Vampire, you can follow the links in the description below to begin playing it. And with that out of the way, I do hope you guys have a fantastic day, night, or afternoon, or rather have a fantastic Christmas, wherever it is where you are, and I will be seeing you guys next time, so make sure to have a fantastic day. 染められて望みのままに口づけくらいじゃ足りないわ